The match ahead of us. An exciting showdown this. The Sharks had their 4-game winning streak halted by the Storm last week, and well, Manly is loving life even without Tom Trbojevic. They've strung 4 wins in a row together, and 2 of those have been without the superstar number 1. They met previously in round 20 last season. It was a high-scoring encounter. Manly 40 points to 22. I'm wondering, gentlemen, if you are envisaging points here tonight. The conditions are certainly suited to it.
I think points. Plenty of wind around, so it'll be challenging for the kickers. Daly Cherry Evans' kicking has been on fire. Yeah, I think plenty of points.
Evening, Cam.
Yeah, I agree, fellas. I think points, there'll be plenty tonight. Both love attacking footy, don't they? And they love using the football from their own end also. As you mentioned there, Matty, Daly Cherry Evans, he's had the ball on a string with his kicking game. Going to be very important again tonight.
Oh. DCE's dropped the kick off, and then he's tripped over his own man. Well, how about that for a start?
Talk about the man you put the mockers on his straight away.
Hang on, that voodoo doll just fell over.
Yeah, not the best start there for the Manly Seagulls.
Well, there's the wind. Swirling breeze. Just got that wrong and then runs into his own play. There is the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
It's already on.
All sorts of weird and wonderful things happen here. And there's the first one. Let's restart, shall we? And Cherry Evans. An awkward kick to retrieve, and Brayley gives it away to Toby Rudolph. The Sharkies enjoying life in the Shire. Their victories in 7 of their last 8 games here, and an early attacking chance. Now, Royce Hunt is into the starting team tonight. A giant of a man. And McInnes now, Hines skippering the team tonight to Kennedy and to Ramian. He's dropped down out wide by Parker. Now Katoa shows it to the open side and tries to burrow and gets within a metre. Sent to Hines, and Brayley a couple of passes wide, and now Moylan and Talakai after a minute and a half. Over they go.
Great movement there by the Sharkies. They were caught on that far right-hand touchline, but just the ball movement and the speed in which they got it over to the left-hand side to that man Talakai and the Harvey Norman replay. Just watch the ball movement here. Look at Brayley's work in the middle, just to hold up the defence just slightly and just create space on the outside. He put Saab in 2 minds. A wonderful set piece there by the Sharkies.
They do their plays at speed, really quick. Their halves, their fullback that time, linking in the middle, the dummy half Brayley. They went to the right, really quick with their hands and quick with their feet. This guy here is an absolute wrecking ball. I saw him walk out of the tunnel. He's wider than he is tall, but is ripped, looks fit. Have a look how quick the ball gets across, ball in front, ball in front.
And that's what I was just about to mention, Joey. The key to maintaining that momentum and that speed onto the football is the crispness of the passes, being out in front.
Well, he's enjoying a rich vein of form, isn't he? Sifa Talakai running for over 150 metres per game. He's got 35 tackle breaks so far in the season, 30 of which have come in his last 3 games. And Nico Hines with an early chance. His kicking's been a bit scratchy. He's hit that one okay, but it's over to the left, 4-0. So Sifa Talakai has made Manly pay for that early mistake, and a very early try here for the home team. Brad Fittler, how about that?
Fantastic start from the Sharks. Exactly what this wonderful crowd would have wanted. Oh!
Whoa! Look out!
12. Plenty of times teams get frustrated, that back row will run into someone, but you can see his attention to detail. He went through the line, then pulled up, making no contact with Manly and giving the bunker and the referee no reason to penalise the Sharks.
Well, another error here by Manly, a penalty this time, and the Sharks will keep pouring it on. Rudolph, that was a super quick play, the ball over the halfway, and Brayley and Nakora came rushing onto that, but couldn't handle the pass. He's back after a week off because of COVID, Britton Nakora.
Bit too excited there. Early in the game, if you go into the line like that, looking for your back rowers or your forwards, he's got to give it a step or two before he did here. Ball goes a little bit behind, but early in the game, you cannot thread the needle. The defence is on their job. You don't get anyone being lazy or out of position. He'll learn from that one, Brayley. What have you made of him, Cameron, this year, Blake Brayley?
Oh, look, he's been very good, Joey. I really like just his subtlety around the ruck area. He's still learning, of course, and he's in very early stages of his career, but he certainly is a talent.
So Manly struggling for tall timber in the middle here. Andrew Davey is starting at prop tonight. No Marty Tapau, no Sean Kepi, no Josh Aloye. And Garrick in from the back now. He's done an excellent job filling the role of Turbo at fullback now. Foreign with a dart from dummy half. And Nakora coming in with Rudolph to make the tackle. Ball played by Foreign. Cherry Evans. His kicking has been sublime in the last month. It's touched it backwards, I think, there. No, forwards. Says Jared Sutton, so the Sharks will get the ball back. Just on DCE's kicking. Leads the NRL for forcing dropouts. Kicked 2 field goals so far this year, and his attacking kicks have led to 4 Manly tries already after 6 games of the season. He's kicked for more ground than any other player in the competition as well.
You throw in a 40-20 and a 20-40 in the same match, Tomo.
That's right. Oh, there's some rough stuff. Sipley and Croker with the big tackle on Teague Wilton. Now the try scorer, Talakai. Up within 15 of the halfway line. Hines, 4th tackle kick. That's a 40-20 attempt. He doesn't get it to the 20, but a kick early by Hines, and he's happy to have the ball down in Manly territory.
He tried to shape this ball. When he hits it, he hits across it. Here's the big tackle here. Bang. But Nicho Hines, when he kicks this ball, he kicks across it a little bit, so the ball starts to banana towards the sideline. He nearly gets it too. I'll show it here. So he hits it on the outside of his boot. Good control.
Captains the club tonight, Nicho Hines, in the absence of Dale Finucane. There wasn't enough time with the short turnaround for him to satisfy the HIA protocols, and Wade Graham, the club captain, still sidelined, although he's not too far away, I understand. Here's Cherry Evans now, taking them on himself and up to the halfway line. Brayley and Wilton part of the tackle. Croker sending it left now. Jake Trebojevic. They cut him off on that left-hand side, and he plays it 9 metres the Sharks side of halfway. Well, here's a swirling kick, but Kennedy, such a safe commodity at fullback. I don't mind a trip to the Shire, actually, Manly. And they've won at 12 of their last 14 against the Sharks, and won at 10 of their past 12 here at PointsBet Stadium. It's a pretty ominous record when you consider the difficulty of this road trip. So McInnes sending it away to Rudolph. A backhanded pass, numbers here. It's a 3-on-1, really. And here goes Ramian down the sideline. He's got Katoa back on the inside. He's got players everywhere. Oh, I think he dropped it.
Yeah, the referee's called that straight away. I actually thought he was going to look for the pass on the inside.
Short of the line, mate.
The kick option, I thought, was the more difficult option to take.
Half a dozen of them could have scored there.
Yeah, well, he would have had to have threaded the needle on the pass, but that would have been a great pickup if he got it. Will Kennedy, down to you, Freddie.
We didn't realise how much time he had. They're all blue jumpers behind him, not maroon jumpers. The conditions, boys, cloudy, 18 degrees. It's about a 41-kilometre wind, and that's behind the Sharks. You saw that kick from Nico Hines. You just need to get some accuracy if you're looking for 40-20s.
Now Garrick, he's found a bit of space down the right-hand edge.
41, Freddie. 41 kilometres.
41 kilometres.
Hope that wind is in the school zone.
Cherry Evans now for Hamoli Olakawata. How about his performance last week? 2 tries, 2 line breaks, 5 tackle busts. He was unstoppable.
Matt, get up. Straight, Matt, look in.
4 and asked to kick now. Cherry Evans tackled on the last, and Saab, who hasn't scored a try so far this year, was hamstrung for Roo. He's knocked the ball
Hand
on.
over on the 10 there.
Well, I don't mind that tactic from Manly. Kieran Foran, he got that kick just slightly wrong. He just put a bit too much curry on it, as we see here on the replay. He's gone to Jason Saab. It's a great matchup there for Manly on Ronaldo Militalo. Jason Saab's got about 2 foot on him.
He's got 2 foot on most people, to be fair. And here's big Royce Hunt. So this doesn't mean much to me, gentlemen, but apparently Royce Hunt bench presses 200 kilos. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We're on tackle 2. Knock on against Jesse. Okay, all up.
200 kegs, Cam. How about that?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I wouldn't have bench pressed that much in an entire set.
They've really come out hard, the Sharks. So they've held on okay, Manly.
Glorious night. There was a heavy rain forecast for tonight at various stages during the week, but the radar's okay. They've got a dry track and a handy crowd for a Thursday night down here in the Shire. So that's Trebojevic sending the pass away now for Davey. And Jake goes himself this time. Rudolph busy in defence early on here. Foran down the left. And here's Lawton into the starting team. First time he sees any action tonight, within a couple of the line. They go to Croker, who's standing 2 passes wide now. Cherry Evans with a pass for Harper. Moylan read that nicely and peeled off to help make the tackle along with Talakai. Here's the last. And they go away from Cherry Evans, and they're going to try the power play from close range, but they won't be able to get there.
Change over. Wait.
Well, it's not a bad result for Manly. Ruben Garrick choosing to run the ball on the last from dummy half, and he's been caught just shy of the try line. But Dally Cherry Evans, he was set up on the left. He wanted to kick there.
Yes, Brad.
They've had a couple of errors coming out of trouble, the Sharks. Be interesting to see if Nico Hines goes for an early kick and utilise this breeze.
Now, you mentioned the errors there, Brad. They were 27 from 27 completions at one stage there against Melbourne last week. So they've started here in opposite fashion to what they did down at Amy Park, as Talakai again finds himself in some room. And Cherry Evans has to drag him down. There's a size mismatch. They wanted 6 again there, the Cronulla faithful. Hines pings it up in the air. And Mulatalo, he didn't want to take the catch. He was happy to tackle Saab after he caught the footy. Amazing. Jason Saab, 27 tries last year. We're into round 7 and he hasn't crossed once.
Well, their back 3 combined last year, Tomo, for I think it was something like 60+ tries, which was pretty impressive.
Well, they had 3 in the top 5 try scorers in the comp.
It's been one of those years, though. You look to last week, Josh Adokar, first try of the season last week for the Bulldogs. So.
Well, while we're on the back men, the back five, this man Mulatalo, he's a wonderful athlete, but if you think back to when the Sharks won the comp in 2016, and you know this well, Cam,
Yes.
but it was their backmen, wasn't it? Like they got them started so powerfully, and this is with Katoa and Mulatalo, and then Ramey and Talakai. Like, there's a similar look to them.
Yeah, it is. It was their power game from the back on their kick reception, as we see the restart of the tackle count there. But it was where they started their sets. They made really good meters through their back five, and you're right, Tomo. It's a very similar looking back five with this Cronulla Sharks side this year.
So Wilton tackle with it. They got a 6 more there. The Sharks hunting up again, and Hines for Kennedy. Stopped in the tackle, 21 metres out. Brayley looking left. Here's Big Royce. Gets that one away. Brayley for Moylan. They're spreading them both sides of the field. Talakai! He'll get another one! Sifa Talakai, what a start!
Well, sometimes you have a player in your team where you just got to give him the ball when there's space. And Talakai is one of those. An offload in the middle of the field, Harvey Norman replay, and then the ball comes wide. Offload, which gets an unstructured defence. They move the ball wide, and Talakai. Morgan Harper's a good defender. He doesn't do him with power. He does him with footwork. Just watch how he changes the speed. The offload here, in the middle of the field, they'll move it. Watch Talakai, he gets the ball, and the stop and start. He stops, which makes Morgan Harper plant his feet, and then he goes again. He beats him with footwork. Wow.
Well, it's just great play all round by the Sharkies, wasn't it, Joey? Royce Hunt with the offload, who was hitting a really good tackle, but he had the ability to turn and offload. Brayley then recognises his space to the left. Well, this was the lead up, and Talakai, he's been on fire.
The footwork. Light on his feet. Watch, this will look great here. Stops, skips to the outside, ball on his left hand. It's smart play.
Hines now. He's corrected the first kick and he's nailed it. Yes, what about this for a start? Talakai with 2 tries here for Cronulla. Down to Brad.
Time you run here, Morgan.
I had to feel for Morgan Harper a bit there. You can understand why it was caught on his heels. Only a minute ago, you see Talakai come off the left foot. That was on Morgan Harper. Then down on the try line, he just managed to skip off the other foot, off the right foot. He's got it all, Talakai, at the moment.
He has to be one of the form players, if not the form player in the comp.
Someone like Talakai, Cameron, where would you defend him? Where would you hit him? Would you hit him high and absorb it and wait for help from either side? Or would you cut him in half?
Right, I think it all depends on the situation, Joey, and where you are on the field. Close to your line, it's almost impossible to stop within 10 metres, so I think you're just trying to go ball first, and if he takes you across the try line, try and hold the ball up. But I'd be aggressive. Coming out of his own end, I'd be aggressive at the legs, waiting for some help to come from the inside.
You might have to defend him with a tranquiliser gun the way he's going. McInnes. So Dylan Walker, this is an early introduction. Oh, I nearly slipped through again there. Important tackle by Davey. Right now, Hines, he's having a look. Nothing really opens up for him. Lawton drags him down. They're inside the 10 once more, looking for try number 3 here. McInnes with the link work. And Hunt dumped into the ground. That's solid. That's Andrew Davey. Away to Moylan. Talakai's there again. No, they knock a kick towards the goal line. It's cut off though. Now Cherry Evans tries to run his team out of trouble. Saar plays it. Now Walker into the game. It's Sipley who's come off. So they're already short on front rowers, as we've elaborated on. Now Sipley off after 17 minutes and Walker into the game. Well, they've got nowhere there on that set. And Kennedy, look how he takes this, and they're up near the halfway to start.
Now that just shows the strength of that 41-kilometre breeze that Brad Fittler spoke about earlier. Cherry Evans, he can kick the ball a long way as the Sharkies go.
More space. Iranian.
Yeah, Cherry Evans, he only kicked that about 25 metres, Tom.
Yeah. Well, this is dominance early. A real territorial advantage for Cronulla. Nakora plays it. Hines pulling the strings. Nice pass. Moylan runs onto it. Talakai again. Talakai for three. Gets the ball away. Mulatalo. Oh, they're cutting them up.
He has got everything, this young man. Not only has he got speed, footwork and size, what about the skill to get that offload away to Mulatalo? It looked like they were running out of space and he was going to go into that left-hand corner. Harvey Norman replay. Again, they just use the width of the field. Nice long passes out in front. Moylan deep into the defensive line. And just watch Talakai here. Two men on him and he gets the ball away, and Ronaldo is just too strong in the end.
Look at this angle. Wow, what a beast. Freddie?
Yeah, mascot Jets. See aside for Talakai. Grew up in the South Series, played junior reps over there, played in some pathways with New South Wales. He's a proud Tongan man. There's a mid-season test for Tonga at the same time as the second origin. But he's a New South Wales boy.
So, Freddie, do you know if he's committed to Tonga or New South Wales?
Well, the Tongan game's in the second origin match, mate. So, and given what happened to Tonga this year with the floods, you got to think that a lot of the Tongans will want to represent in that test match, the mid-season test match.
Now, Tonga's a Tier 1 nation, yeah? So if
they can play for New South Wales and Tonga. Yep.
Oh, they can?
Yep. No, it's a Tier 2 nation. You only got New Zealand, England and Australia.
Okay.
Now Hines again. It's a blistering start by Cronulla.
Hold behind it, guys.
Well, you know you're going well when the New South Wales Origin coach drops a little hint. See for Talakai, Tonga or New South Wales. He's in the thinking maybe of Freddie.
I think he'll look good in the red of Tonga.
Well, he was in the emerging blues last year, Seaside, so he's been watched for quite a while now. And listen, I don't think this is surprising to a lot of people who have watched him since his time at Cronulla.
Yeah, well, it's a long way from a garbage truck where he was working for a couple of years. He didn't know whether he'd nailed a first-grade career. He's carving it up at the moment. Mulatalo has to go back to fetch that. On tackle 4, they've lost some ground.
Yeah, they just got to be a little bit careful, the Sharkies. They got their tails up at the moment, playing very confidently. 16 points on the board. Just seen a couple of More plays there that just weren't on. They're just a little bit overexcited. First Brayley, now Nico Hines.
See that? It's a sweet kick, and the breeze carries it too. Almost down to Manly's 10 now. Gary Cook. Nearly slipped over on the way back. And so they're saying Turbo is looking at a round 9 return for the match against the West Tigers. He's here at the ground tonight. I saw him carrying the water bottles in when he got off the bus. That's one expensive water boy. Walker and Olakawatu. Walker once again. Away to forward, and here's Lawton. He's all rubbed up. Tommy Turbo. A high ball now. Kennedy with the take.
This is where they have to work hard, Manly. The first 2 or 3 plays after they kick, the outside backs for the Sharks work so hard. And they get the sets rolling. That's better from Manly. They've won that tackle.
Well, they're 24-4 at halftime last week against the Gold Coast Titans, Manly. So this is a very different scenario. They're under siege early on. And Tolman passes to his front row mate in Rudolph. He gets a pass back. And Tolman quickly away now to Hines. Here he is again, the beast. Saab and Harper combined to bring him to ground. Now Hines. A couple of bounces, and Ruben wanted to hand that one off. He's got no one around him to support. He has to take the tackle himself. This is Tui Pelotu now. And now Taniela Paseka. There's a ball at the back, bounces a couple of times. Harper with the retrieval. 10 short of halfway. Hines in with the tackle, 1-on-1. So 16-0, eh? Cronulla, they were gallant last week against Melbourne. The scoreboard maybe was fractionally lopsided and not so much in context with the way that game ran. And they've landed back here at home in fine fiddle. Now Cherry Evans can't pierce the line with the kick. They made a play at that. Nakora's restarted the tackle count. Here's Manly's chance.
Well, if you look at play 4, just during that set before that deflection on the kick, Tomo, they got Olakawatu a 1-on-1. It's probably the most potent ball carrier in their side at the moment. They need to do that again this set.
Trebojevic into the line. And now for it, he missed his target. Talakai is going to pick it up. See for Talakai. He wanted to slip it away, but no need. He swoops on a loose ball, so Manly squandered an attacking chance. And here's Ronaldo Mulatalo. Oh, he bumped away from Jake Trebojevic.
You don't see that very often. Jake's technique, always perfect under the ball. He just went up.
And Aidan Tolman now scored a try in his 300th match a couple of weeks back. No, there's a forward pass. It's gone miles forward. Oh, it's penalty. They're offside.
10 metres, Carl Lawton.
Well, they're just small things, but I think Manly are finding out now that there's a big difference between playing the sides they played over the last month. The last 4 sides they played aren't in the top 8. And it's a step up in grade tonight against the Sharkies. You spoke about their performance last week. The scoreline didn't really suggest how close they were with Melbourne. But they are playing against a very good football team tonight.
Oh, big hole opened up there. Everyone raced up thinking they were going to shift there, and Williams really went through the centre. Now here's another shift. Talakai, Mulatalo, marking down for another one.
Cronulla absolutely flying, especially down this left side. Manly's right side defence really struggling. Harvey Norman replay. It's 6 defenders there. But just Daly Cherry Evans comes in. Morgan Harper goes out. Just no communication or no combination on the edge. Just all got to work together. They are just all over. This will show up perfect. Watch Cherry Evans. He goes in. Harper's going out. I think Talakai, he's inside all their heads.
Well, he's another star here in the Shire. Ronaldo Mulitalo. He's become a top liner, hasn't he?
Well, that time, Morgan Harper, he had to shut it from his position and come in hard on Kennedy. But he's got eyes. His eyes are all on Talakai. His job there, he had to come from outside and put pressure on William Kennedy. But he hesitated because he was watching Talakai. You can't blame him. He just hesitated for that second. He was watching Talakai.
Yeah, the right-hand side defence for Manly, they need to have a discussion now behind the try line and come up with some other plan, as that's a great finish there by Mulitalo. They need to come up with a different plan, don't they, Joe?
Well, they got to get up. They got to get up quicker.
Well, it starts with line speed, some pressure from the inside to make the ball carriers pass earlier, to give them a better look at what's in front of them. But if they want to continue to be passive and back away, Talakai was
not with Talakai.
Oh,
you got to get up in his face, don't you? Yeah, this will show it. Watch Morgan Harper, bottom of the screen. See, he hesitates, looking at Talakai. His job was to go up and rush on William Kennedy. He knows Cherry.
We've seen this angle before, Nico. This one closer to touch than the previous one. Starts it right, and it's just going to swing too far left.
Time off. Jake just came back on a second effort. Yeah, well, they'd be 2 good starts. You can fix that for us. Thank you.
Well, it's an avalanche early on. What about this for a start? 20 points to nil. Mulitalo with a try. And it's all down that Sharks left-hand side. They are cutting them to pieces. Big shot. Yes, Brad.
I was going to say something.
I'd like to see a replay. That tackle, Olakuatu on Tolman.
Here they go again. Talakai beats Harper. Talakai, he's got Mulitalo there. He's got players everywhere. He kicks Kennedy. Oh, this is super stuff.
Have we seen this movie before? I think I've seen this before about 3 or 4 times in the last 20 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what happened here. If you go right back to where the play started, back here on halfway, it may have been just a touch inside. As we firstly look at the big hit, Harvey Norman replay. Oh, Aidan Tolman, he is tough to take a hit like that. But look at this play. 40 metre, their own 40 metre line, if you don't mind. He's seen Jason Saab. Jason Saab was back for the early kick, and so they just said, well, let's run it. This guy's just breaking tackles left, right and centre. Now he's shown another skill.
He's got a kicking game.
He can run over people. He's got a left and a right foot. He can give offloads 2 inches from the ground, and now he can set up tries from a kick as well. Freddie.
You wouldn't believe it, he actually goal kicks when he came through as a centre for South Sydney. He was a goal kicker. The one thing the halves for Cronulla do really well, if we can see this play the ball, have a look how early they throw the ball. Everyone's moving onto the ball, but look how early they give it. Moylan gives it early. Everyone gets time. In most teams, the halves throw the pressure pass all the time. With the Sharks, they give everyone time. Everyone's a ball player, everyone's a ball runner. And you can see the outside backs are just loving it. Loving playing outside these halves.
Oh, yeah, and a try for Will Kennedy in his 50th NRL game. We were saying this was going to be close. Not at the moment. 26 blot.
Olakau'atu has been sent to the sin bin.
Yeah, the contact's been reviewed.
I think
it's on report, and you're in the bin for the contact on Aiden.
This is on Aiden, Tom. Can we have another look at first?
So that's on that big hit.
I mean, that's happened a long time
Time
ago,
your run,
hasn't
guys.
it?
But Aiden Tolman drops. Anyway.
Well, it was already looking bleak. They're now down to 12.
Stand now! Hold here, Dylan! Hold!
Well, Cameron Munster had a 10 out of 10 last week. Talakai's matching him with his performance tonight.
12 out of 10. I'd say 12. And it's just, it's an even greater invitation to come out to this left-hand edge.
Yeah.
Olakau'atu missing.
Hines now, they go to the right-hand side. An ankle tap from Parker. Can't bring the play to a stop, though. They still keep it alive. Ramian, Katoa wanted the ball there. It's loose on the ground. It's picked up. It's a Sharks knock on.
So the Olakau'atu tackle.
Okay, everybody
on,
up.
On
Your
Tolman.
feet.
We've got the referee,
Middle.
2 touch
Okay,
judges.
shot clock on.
And then Tolman goes off for HIA. I think everyone in the stadium knew it was a big tackle, but it didn't look illegal in any way.
We're on the shot clock here, boys. Just
Now, we
make sure
looked
you
at
get
it in slow motion. I'd love to see it. Look, we're looking at it in slow motion. Let's see it in real time.
Do we have that?
Brad Fittler.
Yeah, just saw a little abuse of the rules there. Aiden Tolman came off, Andrew Fafita went on. And then Aiden Tolman went back on and Cam McInnes come off. So free interchange with some shenanigans on the sideline. You gotta love coaches, don't you?
Yeah, you're all
They don't sleep.
you shifty buggers, you lot. Well, you're one of them. What are you talking about?
Well, I knew that because Fitzy taught me that.
So Dylan Walker. Manly in real strife here. They can't keep up at the moment. Neither can the scoreboard attendant. Here goes Jake. In amongst 3 players for Feeder on the ground now, as Brad highlighted, and Williams part of that tackle as well. A left to 4 and out the back, Terry Evans tries it in and away. And Hines with a good tackle there. On his opposite, number 7, now 4 and... Oh, how's that from Kennedy? Bounced up off his chest and he scoops it up before it could hit the deck.
We look at this performance from the Sharks. Makes that last week's game against Melbourne. But I watched it from home thinking, this is semi-final. And that form line, geez, it's stacking up in this game. And this has been the knock on Manly for a couple of years. Can they beat the top teams?
Oh, nice ball. Good run, good tackle.
Oh, there's an injury in back play here to Lachlan Croker.
Off they go again. Hines, Mulatalo making some ground down the wing. He had it knocked out by Saab.
Is that out by Saab?
Yeah.
Where do you want to play the ball, Seagulls?
Not
Where do you want
played
to
it.
play the ball, Dylan?
It's pretty.
Middle.
To Manly's defence, they're missing a couple of real key positional plays. You've got 3 front rowers out at the moment, Kepi, LIA and Marty Tapau. Then obviously a couple of real entertainers in Tom Trebojevic and Josh Schuster. So you can see Cronulla are moving, going up the field quite well, not only with the assistance of a 41-kilometre breeze, but they're missing some big boys in the middle, Manly, and they get a penalty, and they need it.
Not quick here, boys. Ruben, just pick it up, mate, for us. Just pick it up. When you're playing it, just pick it up. Thanks. Jay Billons.
So Dylan Walker. He's playing the front row. So Aloia's got an AC joint. Kepi had a head knock, and Tapau is missing his second week because of COVID. So that explains the absences of those middlemen for Manly. Another penalty.
Do your best to get up straight.
Parker with the tap restart. Here's Lawton. And good energy in that tackle by Williams, and Hines part of it too. Away to Walker now. Tackled by Fafita. Blake Brayley there also. Left they play, and Foran tried to pass as he caught, and the ball well behind his outside man.
Yeah, great defence there from Jesse Ramian. There was an overlap here. Kieran Foran sees it. Just watch Jesse Ramian, top of the screen. He'll see the threat. Once he sees the threat, let him sprint from outside in. Great hustle.
Yeah, the centres have seen an opportunity there, Joey. Each time Jake Trbojevic goes to the line as a ball playing forward with a half out the back, they've seen an opportunity just to rush that half and put him under a lot of pressure. Several times tonight they've come up with really good plays.
For all the attention on Talakai, and rightly so, I'm wondering whether Jesse Ramian's played better at any stage in his career. He's been a prolific talent, but he's having a super season himself. Ten short of the halfway. Hines playing it. Moylan first receiver. Kennedy second. There's that man Ramian. Foran and Parker, the defenders there. Here goes Hines. She's high up in the air. And Garrick takes it nicely. Runs back to Manly's 20. So 3 minutes, just a bit less until half time. And the Sharks, what about the scoreboard? 26-0. Cherry Evans is trying to do the donkey work himself. Tui Palotu. Tackled strongly there by Fafita. You saw him before the game, Andrew. You remarked how good a shape he's in, Andrew Fafita. He came over and give you a cuddle or something, didn't he? Nice cuddle. Oh, goodness. And he gets it away again. Now, a real space out here. Hines is through. There's Sharks everywhere. Give it to Jesse Nico. They get 6 more tackles. He's bombed that deluxe though. He just had to pass it and he was over the line. They still might score. Hines gives it away. And Williams and Fafita and Wilton. Oh, they just knocked him over.
What's happening? They're tripping over themselves.
Oh, Talakai, 6 again. Flicks it out the back. Andrew Fafita might get there. The defence closes in. Oh, Manly can't hold them out here, surely. It's a dead set miracle they haven't scored already. that might just be prolonging the inevitable. Ramian's pulled down. Parker with an excellent tackle one-on-one. And now Kennedy from the standing start, trying to find something. He's going to run back towards the middle of the ground. Nothing to his liking there. Tackle 3 and 45 seconds until half-time, so this will probably see us out. Hines, Wilton, too easy. Too easy. They were going to score there. You could see it coming a mile away. It's 30-0.
Well, they finally found the line. And it was through Wilton. Have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay. Well, Nicho Hines, he makes a lovely line break. In the end, he's just got too many options. He ran himself into the fullback, Ruben Garrick, and then they just played on. They come out to the left-hand side. Someone trips over themselves.
I think Teague Wilton, he falls over. And then with old Kawatu off, Harvey Norman replay, they just go, too many numbers. This young fella, he's a good young prospect, Teague Wilton. Runs a really strong line. Knows where the space is. Saw him early in the year. A couple of games, he played really strong.
Well, they just ran out of troops in the end. Manly, they were run ragged for a couple of tackles. They chased back hard. From around halfway, and well, you can see there, look on the faces, a couple of Manly players bent over. It's been a huge first 40 minutes here for the Sharkies. What a performance.
Yeah. They're a serious football team, aren't they?
They're fast with the ball. They can move the ball laterally across field really quick.
So the skipper tonight, Nicho Hines. Well, no one would have seen this coming. Half-time in Thursday night football, and the Sharks lead Manly 32-0, and they leave the field to a standing ovation. Sifa Talakai, first half. 202 running metres, 2 tries, 3 try assists, 3 line breaks, and 6 tackle breaks. That's in a half of football.
Well,
Yeah, gotcha,
that's
mate.
certainly the best individual 40 minutes of football we've seen this year.
Yeah.
It's as good as you'll see ever, though.
So no one has ever run for 400 metres individually in a game of NRL. Maybe tonight's the night. Sifa Talakai. Manly will be hoping to limit his opportunities here.
I was just looking at his background at half-time. Started at South, then went to Penrith, and then played for Newtown.
Yeah.
And obviously knuckled down and committed to training. Good example for kids at home.
So Garrick with his first adventure here in the second half. And look at that. Great kick chase.
Can you remember him playing for South Sydney?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember him playing there. I can't remember him playing for Penrith.
He played first grade at Penrith? Can't really remember that. I mean, he's...
10 metres, Matt.
Talk about being a professional. It's not only when you turn up to training, it's about what you eat, what you don't eat, you sleep, all that sort of stuff. I know Brad Fittler's really big on that. But goes to show you commit, get that sacrifice and discipline in your life. But Talakai, he's unstoppable.
Well, after he left South, Joe, he had a garbage run. It's a great story. Forward now. Let's see if Manly can get on the board first here after half-time. They're just outside the 10. Walker linking up with Cherry Evans. They've got some room here. Great tackle. That's our man again. Middle of the ground now, Cherry Evans and forward. A pass that was forward, yeah.
Well, it's a great opportunity for Manly. They received a penalty in their first set with the football in second half. As we see this pass here from Foran, well, yeah, it's forward, half a metre forward.
That's a penalty.
Blake, all the way. Wait for the call. Shot clock off. Break.
So Ramian now. I just want to mention former Sharks player Nathan Stapleton, who played many years here at the club, has unfortunately and so sadly suffered a broken neck playing in a country rugby union game. And the Sharks are going to be auctioning these match jerseys that they're wearing, the special Anzac jersey, online following the game tonight to try and raise some money to help Nathan Stapleton with his treatment. So if you're interested in that, and you should be, you can just go to the Sharks website for details. But I want to send our thoughts to Nathan Stapleton and his family. So sad. We wish him well. Taniela Paseka tackled centre of the 30-metre line. And Walker. Williams in there, part of the tackle. Left they come. Foran and Cherry Evans, that was nice. And Garrick, but they just got them covered everywhere here, Cronulla. It's the possession count is 60-40, so they've just got so much energy in defence. They work over to the right-hand side, and a great tackle that time on Walker.
Gets buckled under this tackle.
Yeah, he's not great.
Moylan's call for some help.
With Dylan Walker.
Knee
Oh, no,
ankle?
not a knee.
Yeah.
He's grabbing the knee that's heavily strapped, the left knee.
Mate. Yeah, tackle 4, mate. Thank you.
He's just jammed that on the ground as he falls to the ground. Oh.
Okay, he's trying to get up here. That's at least some positive indication. He's had a shocking run with injuries over the years, Dylan Walker. Coming up straight after the footy on High Sense, a Thursday knockoff. We'll break down all the drama from tonight's match. No doubt a highlight reel from Sipa Talakai. We'll have some fun with Carl Stefanovic and Gus Warren. And we're going to send Joey back into the sheds for some unscripted gold. Here's a pass, a looping ball to Tuipulotu. Manly have scored. Nice play. And they have got the first try after the break.
Off a 2-minute play the ball. There's a first. Harvey Norman replay. Dylan Walker gets his knee looked at, and straight away they move the ball and then somehow create room on the outside. I don't think Katoa really needed to come flying in. No, held his nerve.
There was that movement there by Foran, Joey. It just held up Brayley and Britt Nakora, which didn't allow their edge defence to release, and they found a bit of space on that left-hand side. Good response by the Manly Sea Eagles. I think for the Sharks, it's been their discipline to start this second half, hasn't it? They started the half with a penalty.
They tried to start the second half the way they finished the first half.
That's right.
You got to build again. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard is or who you're playing. You got to earn that right. Yeah, nice play there from Foran. This is a ball, this one.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some comeback efforts this year. If you get on a run, you can score points in the modern game. Tuipulotu, has he taken the first step in a Manly revival here? So Garrick.
I'm just watching Dylan Walker walk back on side. There's no way he can play on. He looks like a mummy with that tape on his leg. But he is just hobbling. I think I've seen so much tape on someone's leg.
So a bit of rain here now too to accompany the wind. Garrick starts it out towards the right-hand post, but not far enough.
Time off.
I'll go to Freddie here. I'll go to Freddie, it's raining.
On tackle completion, you've been right on the, just sinking on as the second bloke on the ground. You've been right on the borderline a couple of times. Stay behind it. Still gotta wait for that clock, Nico. 4, 3, 2.
Well, Nico Hines restarts. He's got plenty of airtime under this. Oh, how about that? How about that? He uses the wind to hold the ball up, and they've won it back from the kickoff.
They are just at you all the time, the Sharks.
I'll tell you what that is, Joey. That's thinking about your football.
Yeah.
Thinking about your football. There's a 40-kilometre headwind that they're running into. Hasn't been a great start to this second half for them, and they just look for an opportunity to get the ball back.
It's 41 kilometres, Cam.
41 kilometres.
Away to Tolman now, and Hines and Kennedy. And Jesse Ramian tackled well by Parker. Ball played to Katoa. Loops it over to Nico Hines and Brayley. And they're put down here on the 10. It's Williams. Moylan stabs it through. Wilton tries to make a run for it. Oh, he let it bobble over the back there, Reuben Garry. Might go down to Brad. We can see the rain just starting to tumble down there. It's sort of sheeting across the ground with the wind.
Yeah, well, 41 kilometres has turned into 53 kilometres.
Oh.
And the only reason it's not 74 kilometres is because it's got rain to slow it down. Joey, you'd be whinging by now, let me tell you something.
Breaks it down.
I'd have a nap.
You'd be kicking stones.
A dummy'd be out.
And no crowd's leaving, but no one's left.
Yeah.
Except for Dylan Walker. He's walking around the back, actually. Not looking in a good place.
Yes, they're being knocked around tonight. The Seagulls have got a few sidelined, and you can add Walker to that.
We call this place the Bermuda Triangle. If they can jag one here, Manly.
Yeah. Foreign. And Lawton now. Hines does well in defence, and the core in there to help. So they're down on the 10-metre line. Cherry Evans for Paseka. Oh, you can't get through there. They've done it.
Cameron, I want you to talk about the dummy half play here from Daly Cherry Evans. The way he commits defenders. This was very much like you back in the day.
Well, it was great recognition on the Harvey Norman replay. Daly Cherry Evans goes to dummy half here. He sees a big man, Paseka, and look who's in front of him, Brayley. Brayley rushes out of the line. He gets up in front of Fafita. And Daly Cherry Evans, well, he says, thank you very much. Anytime you get a defender up in front of the guy next to him, well, there's always going to be space either side. And when you have space that big for that man there, Taniela Paseka, 2 metres out from a try line, he is hard to stop.
Well, bang, bang. 2 tries inside 9 minutes after half time. And this kick can make it a 22-point game now. He strolled over. Hardly got a hand on him.
He does that really well when he passes left to right, Daly. He gets right into the line and plays really straight.
Time off. Just gotta wait for the clock, Nico. Don't go early here.
Are we witnessing Manly's greatest comeback here? 32-0 is now 32-10. Now, interestingly, all those points have come at that one end of the ground, with the wind at the attacking team's back. Oh, Jake Trebojevic hit strongly.
I reckon we'll see an early kick soon from Daly Cherry Evans.
Well, a 40-20 cam would be perfect to go on the back of those couple of tries. Cash in on some momentum. They've got up over the halfway here now. And this is a good set, actually. It's last tackle. And here's Cherry Evans. A kick for Parker to pursue, and Tui Pilotu as well. Kennedy takes it nicely.
Well, what a difference half-time has made.
Yeah.
Right now, the Sharkies, they're playing tackle 2, 10 metres out. They've still got 3 players not behind to play the ball.
Yeah, nice little pass out the back now, meant for Feeder. Out to the 20-metre line after 3 plays. Tolman this time. Tackled strongly by Paseka. Here goes Hines. Gee, that ball went nowhere really when he kicked it. Very hard conditions for the kickers, or the Sharks kickers, that is. You can see the difference that breeze has made just to field position. Manly already inside the Sharks' half. I tell you, one more try, and this is absolutely game on.
Blake Brayley, I think he's copped a knock to the head. He went low on the last tackle.
Here's a run. That's Ethan Bullimore, I think, who's on the ground now.
Lock in.
And Paseka tackled to ground, only 17 metres out from the Cronulla line. Oh, he doesn't like this. Taniela. Oh, no. This can't be a knee injury to another forward, another front rower. He could be the 4th front rower that Manly have got out here if this is bad news. All right, some attention here for Taniela Paseka. They don't like it, so we're going to take a short break. Oh, gee.
10 seconds.
You don't want to lose anyone to knee injuries, but if Des Hasler was given a choice, the position he'd least like to lose another one would be in the front row, and Taniela Paseka, as you can see, is being helped off the ground with a knee injury. So the 2 second-half tries here. There's the first one to Tui Pilotu, and the man who's just come off the field, Paseka, hasn't scored an easier one than that ever. A chip kick up here. Saab had a jump on that. The ball's alive. Oh, 6 more tackles. Oh, Cherry Evans didn't hear the call, and he kicks it backwards. Parker's got it for Manly.
He knows what he's doing.
Maybe he did hear the call.
Hold, go, 0.
And now Jake Trebojevic. Can they make it 32-16 here? Foreign working across the ground now. Olakau'atu nearly there, can't get it down. The DCE, Croker now, and Toff Sipley with it. Giant of a man. Well, they can't completely stop him there. Foreign. Oh, it's a high tackle by Hines.
Not quick, no. Not quick. Okay. Yep. Wait, Kieran. Thanks. Don't take this. Go.
Cherry Evans now, Bullimore. Haven't seen him since round 3 this season, so spent some time out of the team. Holokawatu, they try to get him into a hole there, but he's tackled by Blake Brayley, who seems to have recovered from that knock. Foran looking for something here, no openings for him. And Tolman wraps him up. Ball play back to Croker. Cherry Evans feeds a pass to Bullimore. Desperate defence. And over they go again. They've got another one, Manly. They're coming back. Oh, the bunker needs to look.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Okay, Jared Sutton doesn't think it's a try, but I reckon Croker thinks he's got it down.
Have no try. Looking to see if the ball gets to the ground, but also clear whether he bores through the man playing the ball.
Well, if they want to have a look there, Britt Nakora, he was laying all through the ruck, so potentially it could be a penalty to Manly to start with. Well, it's touched his arm, actually.
So there is some ruck interference from the Cronulla player. We're playing on at this stage, however.
No, yes, it's a try.
Wow.
The ball is grounded. We just need to clear the player that played the ball and making sure there's no potential obstruction.
So, Cam, just explain this to us. The referee said, is there any boring on the player that played the ball?
Yeah, so the dummy half, he is not allowed to
There's no
dive.
obstruction in the play we're playing on.
William Kennedy pushes him.
Yeah, well, he's not allowed to. You're not allowed to dive through the legs.
Maintains possession and grounds the ball. We have a decision.
That's a try to Croker for Manly, but as a dummy half, you're not allowed to dive through the legs of the player playing the ball, which is, you know, the term is boring.
How about this? Manly have all the running. It was 32-0.
Can we get a heart rate on Craig Fitzgibbon? Harvey Norman replay. Cherry Evans goes back, plays a short ball to Bullimore. He surges through, gets up and plays the ball quickly, and then Lachlan Croker just goes bang.
Good work.
Well, they've scored 2 tries off 2 of the slowest play the balls in the game.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. Great effort there by Lachlan Croker.
Wow. Well, they've halved the half-time margin in 14 minutes after the break. Tomorrow night, we're heading to Suncorp with the Brisbane Broncos up against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Can the Bulldogs hold off the Broncos at home? They're a different team up there at Suncorp. 7:30 live on your home of Rugby League, Nine's Wide World of Sports. Some good news, actually, out of the Canterbury camp. Gus tweeting this afternoon that the squad that they've named after there were some COVID withdrawals have all tested negative. So there'll be no more COVID chaos. Well, we don't think anyway. That has fallen for Cronulla off a Manly tap backwards. So another short kick-off that's paid dividends. Now, they want to stem the bleeding here, Cronulla, and a try would do that. Here's Rudolph. 15 metres out, centre of the ground. The ball to Williams. Runs at Croker in the defensive line. They're inside the 10. Moylan for Hines. Here's Talakai again. Oh, he's going to be burrowed towards the touchline. He stays in field, ball played. And Hines for Tolman. And that will get us to tackle number 5. Hines waiting at first receiver. Runs onto one. Floats a pass over the top to Kennedy. Now Katoa. Well, they read that well, Manly's outside defence, and a changeover here.
Well, that was all over the shop, that set. It just goes to show what pressure does. Brad Fittler
Yeah, the one thing you got to applaud though was Cronulla Sharks off the kickoff. This is how you make a comeback. Look at the attention to detail. People running all around the ball. Have a look where Moylan runs, just in case the ball goes Manly's way. That's great execution.
Jerry Evans and Tolo Kula, the young gun, out there now. On play 5, ball played by Garrett. Jerry Evans. Look at Saab motoring after this. Taken by Mulatalo. And now Talakai. Oh, strip penalty.
Well, they needed that call there, the Sharkies. They're finding it very difficult to get out of their own end in the second half.
A pilot medical update. Danica.
Yes, a real concern for Manly's growing casualty ward. Both Dylan Walker and Taniela Paseka will not be back tonight. They spent quite a while assessing Dylan Walker's knee injury and they ruled it's too bad to come back. There is some serious concern though for Paseka. They do think that he might have done his MCL.
Okay, gee. Thanks, Danica. They are really struggling for the middlemen now. Hines for Kennedy. Over the halfway, Cherry Evans in there. Ola Kawatu part of the tackle as well. Here's Wilson. Croker and Bullimore, the defenders on that occasion. Now McInnes back out there. And here's Nico Hines. And he kicks up and Ramian chases and Tuipoloto takes that really well and goes to ground. And now the Sharks are racing up on Reuben Garrick.
Well, that's a better set by the Sharks and a much more measured finish to their set. Instead of trying to run it.
He's lost the ball.
Oh, wow. Wow. They may be challenging this. They're going to challenge Tomo.
Ash, that's tackle 3. Manly are challenging the ruling of a knock-on against Brad Parker when he hits the ground. Yes, mate.
Here they go. Walk. Parker. Well, he hits the ground. Well, he's held on to that. Has he? He's maintained.
Yeah, he's
maintained possession. That's a
Brad
good.
Parker maintains possession. The challenge is successful.
See, Fatty always told me redheads don't lie.
Back here on the 10. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, speaking of redheads, in the curtain, well, not the curtain raiser, the little kids that were having a game here before kickoff. There was a kid about 6 years old with a flaming red mullet. It's a beauty. Shades of Paul Horton back in his infant years. Telstra is proud to be the naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership for 21 consecutive years. It was something special. That what is more concerning, Cam, is that most of the young kids have all got mullets now.
They do. It's actually rare to see a normal haircut now, Tomo.
It really is.
They've all got the mullets. Well, it's hard when you got blokes like Ryan Pappenhausen sporting a what would you call it? That's an unbelievable mullet.
Oh yeah.
Bleached, streaked.
He's saying it's bleached and streaked as well. He's putting some real effort into it. That's a designer mullet. Meanwhile, back on the field, 6 again. There's Moylan. He's been rejuvenated under Craig Fitzgibbon's coaching. It's good to see him playing consistent footy again. Brady for McInnes. Nice pass. Rudolph almost into a hole.
There's some really nice short passing.
Hines now. Oh! Croker with a good shot. The ball went back. It's still on the ground. It's all play on. And Katoa, he's going to work from the right-hand side back to the middle of the ground. Tackled by Olakau'atu. They head to Moylan now, and Wilton can't slip a pass away. Kohler in there, and Sipley as well. Hines wants the in goal. It's off a leg.
Oh, great effort, Kieran.
Oh, brilliant.
Well done.
That was an effort and a half.
What a competitor. What a competitor. Great play there by
Don't push forward, mate.
Kieran Foran.
Go, two.
Those little plays, they make a huge difference to the energy of the footy team. Have a look at this.
He never gives up, does he?
He blocks the ball. Will Kennedy's there to compete, and he just wants it more.
Foran, Cherry Evans. Here's the young flyer, Tolu Kohler. And he gets out, it keeps it alive. Oh, the pass doesn't find a Manly player. They went to Wilton instead.
Morgan Harbour been hooked.
Yeah.
That doesn't have it much anymore, does it?
Morgan might have hooked himself, Joey. I'm out of here. Believe me, out of this Talakai fella. Nakora rattled around the ribs there. Bullimore and Lawton part of the tackle. Cherry Evans rushes up. They've got an overlap there, but they couldn't slip the ball out wide. Last tackle. Nico Hines. Well taken, that's a penalty.
You change, mate. You then grab at him.
Moylan saying I was playing for the ball, but you heard Jared Sutton saying you initially were, but then you played the man, not the ball.
Bit of ill discipline starting to creep into the Sharks game, and what it's going to do, it's going to hurt them from a field position point of view. And we've seen all night what this wind is doing with the team running to the north or right to left on your screen.
So here's Sipley, who by my reckoning is pretty much their only fit front rower left in the squad. That was forward.
Only by a metre. Yeah, nice touch again there from Kieran Foran. Saw the rushing defence. Dummin went himself.
Jerry Evans. He's run a lot tonight, hasn't he? Even in the dummy half doing some of that work. Croker for Jake Trebojevic, forward, standing wide, goes behind Parker, nice play. Lovely little bit of play there by Lawton to promote the ball at the same time as he caught it. Croker with the kick. Oh, nearly hit the crossbar, that one, and it lands in the end goal, and they played over the back.
Well, Croker, he's put in a wonderful kick there in the end. Foran and Cherry Evans, they weren't available. And he's just, he put it in the middle of everyone, and it just, Moylan was standing off. He thought it was going to hit the crossbar. It's a great result for the Manly Seagulls.
Do they go short here?
I reckon they go short again.
I reckon they go short in the breeze. I reckon they go long.
It's a good kick given the strength of this wind. Back comes Davey. And Sipley this time running towards Toby Rudolph and McInnes. And also Big Royce, the bench pressing machine. He's out there after a break. Nice pass. Although the outside channel was cut off there by the Sharks defence. And back comes Garrett. Garrett! Oh, almost through there. Toby Rudolph, desperate tackle. Here goes Sherry Evans. They're over for another one. It's Warringah.
There's his go-to man on the right side. And there wasn't much doing. They had defence there, but it was the line Olakawatu runs. Harvey Norman replay. Have a look at this. Shot out of a cannon. Changes his line, goes to the... Starts on the outside of Moylan, but then changes his line and comes back on the inside. This is great gap running. Watch the change of angles right here. Straightens up, comes off his right foot. Goes from the outside to the inside. Brad Fittler.
That was a beautiful line in these conditions, nearly impossible to stop from that close. The play of the ball from Ruben Garrick was so quick. Kerr McInnes, he hesitated, he wanted to jump on, he knew it would have got a 6 again. And they just jumped straight out. Cherry Evans got over the advantage line, and Big Olakawatu changed direction, and it is absolutely bucketing down at the moment.
Yeah, not kidding. Whoa. Well, who do you want to be on here, gents? They've got the wind at their back. They've scored, how many tries? That's 4 tries after half-time. Now, this kick, if successful, and it is, gets us inside 2 converted tries. I'll get your answer on that in a moment, because coming up on Chemist Warehouse, Sunday afternoon football, we're heading to Penrith with the unbeaten Panthers taking on the Raiders, who are desperate for a victory at Bluebet Stadium. It's a graveyard for opposition teams. 3 p.m. on the home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports. That will be a packed house again. Sunday afternoon footy at Penrith. The momentum's with Manly now. It's only 10 points. This would be a remarkable comeback. And it's with Lawton this time.
Well, Tom, it'd be a great comeback, not just from the points deficit, but they're playing, in effect, with 15 men.
Yeah.
No.
That's a bummer.
Oh, that's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling as a dummy half. Had a few of those.
I'm going to challenge this to say it went...
Ash, Manly are challenging the ruling of a knock-on.
Well, do you think this is just to get a breather, Cameron?
Well, I don't think so.
But Mr. Magoo couldn't see that went forward.
The camera's in perfect position. What they have to look at is the direction of the ball out of the hands, not where it bounces, because it does bounce slightly forward after it takes a couple of
big call
touches on the turf. But
yeah, just looking to see which direction it goes.
It's got to be direction out of the hands. Now, flat is not forward. Well, to me,
we're supporting the on-field decision of a knock-on, but Manly, however, will retain the challenge.
I didn't know Cameron's got a Manly jersey on up here.
Still like a challenge.
I'm just loving the comeback.
So am I.
How good is it?
Well, if successful, this would be the biggest comeback ever.
It's not your call.
Previous, what was the biggest?
I think they're happy with that.
28-0 was the... Well,
Manly's comeback.
Pardon me, 20 Cowboys beat Penrith 98. Cowboys won from 26 down. So Manly with 32 down. If they're able to do it, it's the biggest comeback ever.
Big chance.
You gave them no hope at halftime.
None. It's been a courageous effort. Considering the players have been off. Got something out of him, Des.
Brayley away for big Royce Hunt now. Tackled forward. Jake Trebojevic, the tackler. Brayley for Trindle. And the tackle made here on Nakora within 16 of the line. Trindle now pops a kick up. Oh, gee, what was that? That was a weird one.
That is called the worst kick in history.
A pilot medical update quickly, Danica.
Yeah, William Kennedy, the Cronulla fullback, has come from the field. He came to the bench, but then they took him straight into the sheds, and they're telling us it's a shoulder concern.
Okay, big blow. So Nico's gone to fullback.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Tomo, that's a big change for the Cronulla Sharks. Nico Hines going to 1. He'll handle that himself going back there, but a big change to their lineup in the way they'll attack for the remainder of this 80 minutes.
Yes, Trindle on to play halfback, and he is a regular halfback.
It's cooler. I'd love to see him in open space.
Oh, Cherry Evans. Oh, caught that. Bang. There's Talakai. Well, we haven't seen him after half-time, but he's whacked the Manly captain there. Now Foran fires it out the back. Garrick. Good tackle, Rayman. Last tackle, the rain pouring down here. Cherry Evans sends it up. Nico hasn't played fullback for a while, but he catches that one safely. Parker down there on the kick chase. So we're heading towards the last 10 minutes of play here, and it's a 10-point game. Freddie.
Yeah, the crowd has absolutely gone quiet. It'd be nice to get a bit of voice from them. They could help the boys get out of trouble. They don't stop from throwing the ball, the Sharkies. They've got a style, and they back it.
Yeah. Well, they played, think back to that game in Wollongong a few weeks ago where they beat the Dragons, and the weather was dreadful, but they really promoted the ball. It was scintillating footy in the conditions. Hines from outside the 40, can't get a clean kick on that. It was great pressure, wasn't it?
Manly, play the ball.
That was great pressure. I think it was Sipley.
Play the ball, Manly.
Yeah, Nico Hines, he really wanted to get a long kick away there to try and force Manly deep into their own half, but they get to restart their set now, 30 metres out.
The game is so delicately poised now from 32-0 to 32-22. Do not move a muscle for the last 10 minutes of play here in Thursday night footy. Jake Trebojevic, Daly Cherry Evans for Molly Olakau'atu. Pushes a pass over the top, play on. Oh, a bit sloppy here. Oh, good pickup. That's Davey. Here's Jake Trebojevic for Kieran Foran for Ruben Garrick. Trindle and Nakora combined in the tackle. Oh, it wasn't finished actually. Garrick was able to push it away. And Foran now.
I'm sure that was touched.
No touch. Last tackle. Cherry Evans. He kicks out for Saab. He's one-on-one. Oh, it's knocked on by Cronulla.
Okay, Manly, play the ball. Manly, play the ball in the middle. Or, yeah. On the 20, on the tram line. It's a play.
I think their right side is the side to go to Olakau'atu. If they can get him one-on-one with Moylan, you're back at Olakau'atu every day of the week.
Here's Ethan Bullimore. Can Manly create history? There's the enforcer, Olakau'atu. Can't break through that time. Bullimore again, he's been busy. Oh, Bullimore. Rolled away from the tackle, but he's stopped within 6 metres of the line. Ball goes to Foran. Oh, good shot.
Jesse Rayman.
Good. Cherry Evans with a kick through. Off the post. Oh, no.
Done his shoulder.
Knock on Manly, field of play. Could have an injury here.
Oh, how about that?
Is that Davey?
That's Davey, who has come back from a knee reconstruction.
Knock on in the field of play. It'll be a scrum.
And looks like he's in all sorts. It nearly bounced straight back to him. Oh.
It was a smart kick by Cherry Evans. It's hit the upright. Well, he's come down on the point of the shoulder. Could that be possibly AC joint?
Not another forward.
AC joint.
He's filling in the front row.
Well,
have a look at this, boys. All-time biggest comeback since the game started, 1908. Cowboys-Panthers, 26-0 and 24-0, a 24-point gap there in 2004. Had 28-4 and then 24-0, so this was 32-0.
Scrum, boys.
Tigers versus the Knights.
Did you play in that one, Joey?
No, I was out that one.
Hold Kieran with him. Hold there. Let the ball in.
I just spent the day at racecourse, if the truth be known.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went to the game. Yeah.
Okay, less than 7 minutes to go now. Now Davey's going to soldier on. This is pretty courageous. Can Cronulla sneak home here? Well, they'd be limping home, wouldn't they? McInnes, there's a strong run. He gives a size advantage away to some of these other guys, but he is all heart. Hines sends it skyward. Now, oh, it's allowed to bounce. Garrick's limping pretty badly too there, actually. He couldn't make any ground on that ball. Oh, no, it's gone forward.
Well, Moylan was...
No, it didn't.
Moylan was never square at mark, and that was a penalty.
Never square at all. Was he at the side of the play the ball?
It was just a penalty. This is the stage of the game where referees, they're really hesitant to blow penalties, but that one before, that was an out-and-out penalty.
Here's Jake Trbojevic and Foran. Trindle puts himself in the way. Foran's still going here.
Hasn't he played well today?
Tried his guts out.
Cherry Evans, can he manufacture something here? A kick towards Saab side of the ground. He takes the catch. He gives it away to Kohler, who chips over the top, and it's just a bit too deep. So we've got 5 minutes, a bit more than 5 minutes left here, and time is the enemy now for Manly. Oh, Davey has succumbed. Is there anyone left on the bench?
What a tough effort to get back in the defensive line. His shoulders, it's busted.
He's had wretched luck, Andrew Davey. So he did his knee in his first game for Manly and spent 12 months out, came back at the start of this year, and now he looks like he's suffered what looks to be a reasonably serious shoulder injury. We'll have all that news for you in our post-game show. Danica has all the pilot medical news, and of course we'll have a full wrap of everything straight after full time. Don't go anywhere. Well, what a game. So every point has been scored at the northern end of the ground. Moylan with that quirky kicking style. Saab takes it.
Well, if Manly are any chance here, fellas, they're going to have to come up with a Daly Cherry Evans special.
Yeah.
20-40, 40-20. Take your pick. He's having a look. He's at dummy half now.
He needs a quick play the ball, doesn't he? And he's not going to get one here. Talakai over the top on Saab. And Sipley, that's a good run.
Let's watch a possible hook back. Hook back kick.
Forward for Lawton. Good tackle, Ramian. He's been good in defence, Andrew.
Hasn't he? Strong. Why did Katoni stay?
Oh, no, he's dropped it. Oh, that might be it.
Hand over. Hand over.
Oh. Ruben Garrix trying to put a bit of energy into his teammates after that. During round 7 of the NRL Telstra Premiership, we honour and commemorate the generations of servicemen and women who have defended our values and freedoms. The 2 traditional Anzac Day matches return with the Dragons and the Roosters at the SCG from 4, plus the Warriors and the Storm. 7 p.m. at Amy Park. Get your seats now at NRL.com. Can't wait to be at the SCG Monday for our Anzac Day game. Sharky chants come out. They were in stunned silence for most of the second half now, but the Cronulla faithful can tell they probably got this one won, albeit unconvincingly. Penalty.
I don't think it's a bin. Other defenders around there, but the contact is before the blast.
Yeah, Jason Saab just getting a hold of Talakai just a fraction before.
Manly are challenging the ruling.
Well, they're going to challenge.
Sifa Talakai has been contacted before the pass reaches him.
Freddie on the sideline.
Yeah, I know Matt said before about Talakai's second half, but he has drawn 2 penalties. There's a penalty.
Made contact.
He's drawn a 6 again. He saved a try with a kick.
Yep.
He's had a couple of big runs. For a team that's leagued 22 points, that's a pretty good second half.
I suppose I was meaning in context of his first half, Freddie, where he broke. He had the record books at his mercy.
Well, he won the game in the first half. Madden won the game in the second as well.
Yeah.
Just did it a different way.
Yeah.
Now, Joey, the Sharkies have opted for a shot at goal here, which takes them out to 12. Now, it's highly unlikely. But would you have opted to maybe run the ball?
They just want to get in the showers, I think. And they want to get out of the sheds before Craig Fitzgibbon
gets a hold of them.
We can see him there in the coach's box.
Yeah.
You can imagine. I saw him before the game. I was like, before I interviewed him, how was he? Just, oh, mate, the pressure. I'm like, you're winning, mate. You're winning. You've been winning.
Well, I tell you what, I seen him at half-time. He was very relaxed.
Oh, was he?
Oh. As you would be.
Of course.
32 blot.
So, Hines, this is more about taking time out of the clock. And there's the only point scored tonight at that end of the ground. Straight after full-time here on Hisense Thursday footy. The knockoffs coming up. We'll break down all the drama from the game. We'll have Carl Stefanovic and Gus Wallen along as well, and Joey in the sheds, my friend. He'll be in amongst the Sharkies. Just watch out for that Toby Rudolph.
Yeah. Good combo, me and Toby.
You might get a whack with a towel or something while you're down there.
Stay behind it, Jason. Time it.
Oh, nice hands. Hey, Joey, when you're down there, get hold of Cameron McInnes and have a look at his head. See how many scars he's got. And he's lost teeth. He's got cuts everywhere. Like, it's unfair.
Have you seen the way he plays, Tom?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Hines now. He's going to enjoy victory in his first game as captain.
He felt awkward there, Nico.
Well, they did it the hard way, but they're going to get another victory here. Cronulla, they bounce back after last week's defeat against the Storm. Ramey and now Katoa down the wing. Oh, kick back over the top. Mulatalo there. Cherry Evans back there. They're all there. Who's going to get it? Olakau'atu. Oh, he's going to race upfield. Olakau'atu. Give it to Saab. Saab now down the wing. Saab puts a kick over the top. Bullamore's chasing. Hines is going to get back there. He misses it. Bullamore's still after it. Brayley gets back and closes the game out in a quite spectacular fashion. So it was 32-0 at half-time. And the full-time score is quite remarkable in the context. The Sharks have won it, but Manly so brave. Full-time here in Thursday night footy. Cronulla 34, Manly 22.